Hello again, my name's Gabe Zolna. This is the 12th of March, 2018. Just read an article on Fox News. This apparently happened 3 hours ago, which would have made it around 9 a.m. Austin, package explosions leave 10 dead. Woman hurt after 3 blasts in 2 weeks. By Travis Fetchum, Fox News. Folks, there's an embedded video. A teenager was killed and at least 2 women were seriously hurt after a pair of explosions rocked homes in Austin on Monday, just 2 weeks after a separate blast which authorities said is linked to at least one of the Monday's incidents. Austin police say they received a call about the first explosion in a neighborhood on the northeast side of the city around 6:45 a.m. after the 17-year-old resident found a package on her front steps, brought it inside, opened it in the kitchen, where it exploded. It is very similar to the incident that occurred in Austin on March the 2nd, Austin Police Chief Brian Manley told reporters. Manley said authorities don't believe the package came from a delivery through the U.S. Postal Service or private mail carriers, and the placement on the home's front porch doorstep also indicated a similarity to the blast earlier this month. Federal law enforcement officials told Fox News the packages are made to look like mail, but at least the first one did not actually get shipped from the Postal Service. There are similarities that we cannot rule out, that these 2 items are in fact related, Manley said. The Austin Travis County EMS tweeted that a teenage male was killed and a woman in her 40s was taken to the hospital. Manley said she had no life-threatening injuries. FBI agents could be seen going around the neighborhood, and the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives said in a response to the scene. But just minutes after Manley's news conference finished, a separate explosion was reported around 11:49 a.m. in a Montpopolis neighborhood located southeast of downtown Austin. That blast left a woman in her 70s with life-threatening injuries, officials said. The Austin Travis County EMS said on Twitter a second woman in her 80s was being treated for an unrelated medical issue. Authorities have not yet said if the incident is related to the prior 2 package bombs, but fire officials said on Twitter the third explosion also involved a package. All 3 locations are within 16 miles of each other. Damage inside the home from the earlier morning blast is significant, according to Manley, who added investigators are going to nearby homes to see if any outdoor surveillance footage exists. Neighbor Cynthia Burdette, who has lived in the neighborhood since 1999 and close to the home where the blast took place, told Fox 7 she was in total shock, that the whole incident was very scary. I checked my house first of all to make sure nothing was on fire. I did look outside at that point, and next thing I knew, police were knocking at the door saying that there was a suspicious package, one had exploded, and that I needed to leave the house, she told reporters. She said her neighbors are very good neighbors, church-going people who are a very good family. Manley said the blast bore resemblance to the March 2nd explosion that killed 1 man. In that incident, 39-year-old Anthony Steffen's house was killed after a device exploded on the front porch of his home in the city's northeast Harris Ridge neighborhood, about 12 miles north of Monday's blast. Both explosions occurred in the early morning hours. Texas man killed by device at home identified. House's death was initially called a homicide, but police last week said it was considered a suspicious death because officials hadn't ruled out the possibility the victim may have constructed and accidentally detonated the device himself. Manley said the case has now been reclassified as a homicide as of Monday. There is no known motive at this time, but Manley said both blasts took place at homes of African American residents, so authorities cannot rule out hate crime as the core of this. Austin police said they determined the device was inside a package and are working with the Bureau of Alcohol and Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives to reconstruct the items and learn who may have created it. Manley said they're determined what the device was, but they aren't releasing details to protect the integrity of the investigation. Police are also asking residents in the Austin area if they find a package on their doorsteps that they were not expecting to not open it and call 911 to have authorities examine it. We will not tolerate this in Austin, Manley said. Manley said that a second package was discovered near the site of Monday's blast and that some residents and media members were evacuated or pushed farther from the blast site as authorities determined whether or not it was another explosive. Police didn't immediately identify the teenager killed Monday, Manley said. The second victim remained hospitalized. The blasts are taking place as thousands of visitors are descending on the city for the South by Southwest Musical, Film, and Technology Festival. Well, they might want to cancel that festival. I mean, this is totally crazy. You know, when you get one explosion, two, but three, folks, people need to cancel that. That's sort of what I think. I'll attach the link. You take a look at it. Let me know what you think. Thanks for listening.